Carnations are a symbol of Mother's Day. It's also beautiful for everyday use or as a gift for your mom. A lush cluster of blossoms. Now let me explain to everyone. To crochet this carnation, the kit includes 500 grams of copper-colored yarn. The main body is made with 5 skeins of yarn, and you should crochet it loosely. For this, I crocheted 44 rounds for the main body. The number of rounds determines the number of flowers. So if I made 44 rounds, I ended up with 44 flowers. I added a bit of purple yarn as well. And this is how much yarn I had left. If you want to make more rounds than this, and your yarn supply is a bit limited, I recommend crocheting all the flowers first. I won't record the base part in this video. You can refer to the Lily of the Valley base tutorial instead. Now let's start recording the main part. Let's take a look at the new tutorial. For the large size base, don't go over 48 rounds. If you go beyond 48 rounds, you need to make sure your yarn is sufficient. So now I'll first show you how to crochet the edging. For the base one made. With a loose tension, each double crochet is about 1.3 centimeters tall. I crocheted 44 rounds, and that was enough. Now pick up the green yarn. The slip stitch here doesn't count as a stitch. We'll start crocheting from the double crochet stitch. First, work 1 round of single crochet, 1 stitch per stitch. Make a slip stitch. Then crochet 1 single crochet into each stitch. Position the 2 yarn tails on top of your work. We'll hide them as we crochet. Work 1 single crochet into each stitch evenly. See that? 2 stitches here. Just keep crocheting like this, and as you crochet, if you notice the base is a little uneven, just steam it with a garment steamer to flatten it. If the edging feels too tight as you go, try loosening your tension a bit. Continue single crocheting 1 to 1. Alright, as for the yarn tails, we only need to weave in a few. Okay, finish this round on your own. Now, when we reach the slip stitch at the end of the round, I want to clarify something. It doesn't matter if you worked through a chain space, the front post stitch still counts as a stitch, and so does the slip stitch. So make sure to crochet into that space. You must add a single crochet in that hole. All the other stitches follow one, but when you reach a gap or a front post stitch, make sure not to skip it. The yarn I used for the base. It's obviously thicker than the green yarn here. So throughout the entire process, I kept my stitches very loose. If your stitches are too tight, this area will start to wrinkle. If you have a garment steamer, steaming it will make the finish even better. When you reach the last stitch of the first round, join the beginning and the end together. Check if any part looks too loose. After joining, secure with a chain stitch. In the second round, we'll still crochet single crochets, but we'll start shaping the flowers. Each flower is made up of 12 stitches. In the first stitch, crochet a single crochet. In the second stitch, crochet another single crochet. In the third stitch, again, a single crochet. In the fourth stitch, also make a single crochet. After the fourth single crochet, we'll make a turning chain, make 8 chain stitches. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After finishing these 8 chains, skip the first chain stitch. Go back into the second chain stitch. We skip the first chain, insert into the second, insert the hook into that stitch. Pick up only the back loop, or you can pick up the inner loop. You see, there's a ridge on the inside here. Working in the inner loop makes it look neater. But to save time, I'll just go with the outer loop. It's good enough. Yarn over and pull through. Make a slip stitch. So that was the first stitch. Now let's look at the second stitch. We've done a slip stitch into the first chain. Now for the second stitch. Watch closely. Insert your hook into the second chain. Yarn over and pull through. Then make a single crochet. Now the third stitch, see here, yarn over, insert into the third chain. Insert your hook, yarn over, and pull through the third chain. Now you've got 3 loops on your hook, right? Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. That's a half double crochet. That's our third stitch done. Now yarn over again. In the fourth chain, make a double crochet. Work through the back loop, make a double crochet. Now into the 5th chain, do the same. Work another double crochet. Insert your hook into the 6th chain. Crochet a half double crochet. For a half double crochet, yarn over and pull through all loops at once. In the 7th chain, finish with a single crochet. Once you've finished the leaf, we won't leave a space underneath. We'll crochet directly into the next stitch. See? This was the 4th stitch from before. Now insert into the 5th stitch and crochet a single crochet. Then work another single crochet. The leaf might curl up after finishing, but you don't have to fix it. It's fine if you leave it curled. After finishing those 2 stitches, this is the 3rd stitch. Alright, this is the 4th stitch. Once we've crocheted stitches 1, 2, 3, and 4 again, we need to add a chain stitch here. This chain is where the flower will be placed. We won't skip any stitches below either. Keep crocheting for more stitches. 1, 2. That's the 3rd stitch. And this is the 4th. See that? After we finish the leaf, we go straight into stitches, no skipping. Then we chain 1 stitch, and that chain stitch is where we'll place the flower later. We continue crocheting stitches 5, 6, 7, 8 directly. Once the 8 stitches are done, we'll switch to another color. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done. After finishing, go back into the second to last stitch. So skip 1 stitch. Make a slip stitch. After the slip stitch, we make a single crochet. Then follow it with a half double crochet. After finishing the half double crochet, crochet 2 double crochets consecutively. 1 double crochet. 2 double crochets. Alright, after that, work another half double crochet. Then 1 single crochet. Okay, the leaf is now complete. Once the leaf is done, that completes 1 flower unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, that's 12 stitches per flower unit. Once you finish a 12-stitch flower unit, you start a new 12-stitch flower unit right away. Now let me show you a faster demo. Here we go, starting again. I'm starting a new one now. When it looks like this, that's 1 full flower unit right at this point. Now from here, we'll start another flower unit. Let's count the 1st stitch. Then the 2nd stitch. Then the 3rd stitch. And then the 4th stitch. Once we finish for stitches, see? After crocheting for stitches, we begin the flower, right? So again, let's finish this leaf now. Insert your hook into the second to last stitch from the back. Slip stitch, single crochet, half double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, then a half double crochet here. Last stitch is a single crochet, total of 7 stitches. So after completing 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches, we added the petal shape. Now continue with the 5th. 1, 2, 3. For good. After these 4, crochet 1 chain stitch as the flower base, then 1, 2, 3. For now, look closely here. We crochet 4, then a leaf, and then another 8 stitches. There must be a chain stitch in between. 4 chain stitch. For again, after finishing the 8, crochet another leaf. Then repeat the same into the second to last stitch. Slip stitch, single crochet, half double crochet, 2 double crochets, and then a half double crochet, 1 single crochet. That's the end of the second group. Take a look. Remember to first crochet for stitches and a leaf. Then crochet 8 and another leaf. That makes 12 stitches total. Then repeat 4 and a leaf, 8 and a leaf. You see, when you look at it as a whole, the chain of 8 stitches connects the 2 leaves. That's where the flower will be placed later. Right here. Just remember, 4 leaf, 8 leaf, 4 leaf, 8 leaf. Keep repeating that pattern. Let me explain something else. When you reach the very end, since we're working in multiples of 12, this whole section, I've just finished 1 group. Looks like we don't have enough. See? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Then 2, 4, 6, 8, not enough to make a full group. So we have one group left here, but we're short by 2 stitches. Let me tell you what to do in this case. For this part, just make it 6 stitches. If you're short for stitches total, that means 2 groups are left. So do 6 stitches in each. Just count in advance how many stitches you're short. If you count a group of 12 stitches, and you're short by 2 in the middle, then instead of crocheting 8 stitches, you can just crochet to stitches. If you're short by 4 stitches, you can make both groups into 6 and 6. If you're short by 6 stitches, well, that's half of 12. Let's say you're short by 6. Then just remove one group, remove a group, and make it to 6 stitch segments so that 8 stitch part can be adjusted. Or you don't want to remove anything. Then just crochet 10 stitches here. If you're short 6 stitches, you can do 10 here and 10 on the other side. That works too. Or crochet 6 and 6. Either way is fine, since I'm short by just 2 stitches. I'll crochet normally 1, 2, 3, 4, then I'll crochet the leaf. Just remember, it's okay to add or skip a stitch. It's no big deal. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, all right? Let me finish this petal first. Since I was only short by 2 stitches, this part ended up misaligned. Let's make it a half double crochet. Since I was only short by 2 stitches, I just started directly from here. Look, I crocheted 1, then 2, then 3. I was supposed to do 4, right? But I'm short by 2 stitches. So I just did 3, then a chain stitch. Then I continued and crocheted 3 more. 1, 2, 3, got it. We don't touch those first stitches. We just adjusted that 8 stitch part a bit. See? This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Now it adds up. Even if you're short by 1, doing 7 stitches is fine too. Crochet 3 or 4 stitches. Just space them out and even it out overall. 1 more or 1 less doesn't matter. Once you've finished the last stitch, when you reach the very last stitch, this is the last one right here. Then we make a slip stitch to join. Insert the hook at this spot. Insert from here. Yarn over and pull through to join with a slip stitch. Then chain 1 to secure it. You can now cut the yarn and use a tapestry needle to weave in the end, and that's it. Alright, now let's take a minute to weave in the yarn tail. Look, I've placed the flowers here. There's still some green yarn left. As you can see, I've crocheted the flowers in 5 colors. Let me explain a bit about the flower colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After you've sorted out your colors, you can arrange them however you like. You can also follow my order. Start with pink, then dark pink, then bright pink, then purple, and yellow. Lay them out one by one. The crocheting method is the same for all. Let me show you the sequence. First, this light pink one. It's more like a pale yellow actually. Pale yellow, then pink, bright pink, purple, and yellow. Arrange them however you prefer. We only need to teach 1 flower. Once you learn 1, you can crochet the rest yourself. These flowers are crocheted first and then sewn on. This makes the process easier, more floral variety. This starting method is different from usual. We need to leave a yarn tail at the beginning. This tail will be used for sewing later, to stitch the flower in place, so leave a length about the size of your pinky finger. We'll do a magic ring here. Look, we'll form the ring on the middle finger. I'm leaving about 15 centimeters of yarn tail. No need to leave it too long. Then take the crochet hook, leave a slightly longer tail and insert the hook downward. Pull the yarn through the ring. After pulling it through, make a slip knot to secure it. Now it's secured, make sure to crochet the first stitches loosely. Chain 10 stitches. Then insert the hook. Pull the yarn through, yarn over and pull through both loops. That's 1 single crochet using the regular method. Let's use a stitch marker. Mark this single crochet for reference. Be sure to start the foundation chain loosely. Otherwise, it will be difficult to crochet. Keep it nice and loose. Insert the hook, pull through. Now you have 2 loops. That makes 2 stitches. So now we have 2 chains. Insert the hook again. This is the 3rd stitch. Now that's 3 chains. Here's the 4th stitch, the 5th stitch, and the 6th stitch, 7th stitch, 8th stitch, 9th stitch, 10th stitch. Now let's take a look at these 10 stitches from the first chain stitch. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Let me repeat it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. plus the starting chain stitch. We don't count the slip knot, just the ring and these stitches, 10 in total. Once they're done, give it a gentle pull. No need to tighten it fully, we'll adjust it later at the end. A carnation has 2 layers. The upper chains form the first layer. The lower chains are the second layer. So we'll crochet the first layer first. See the 2 loops in the front. This one's the back loop. Mark the bottom layer because we're starting with the top layer. And this 10th chain stitch is just the same position as the others. You won't need this much detail later. Insert the hook into the back loop only. This is the 10th chain stitch. We won't be picking up the whole stitch. Just pick the outer loop to make the join. This is useful, watch closely. For our first stitch, we'll work into the outer loop of the 2 loops here. See these 2 loops forming the chain? We'll separate them into an outer loop and an inner loop. 1 outer loop and 1 inner loop. We'll only be using the inner loop. See that? This is the inner one. Crocheting in 2 layers looks better. The method is really simple. So we're only picking the inner half of the chain. Tighten it slightly, but don't tighten the ring too much, we'll pull it closed later. Now, chain 2. The top and bottom layers are crocheted the same way. Just follow what I did for the upper layer. These 2 chains don't count as stitches. Remember to only pick up the inner loop. If you pick up both loops, it's incorrect. This is the first double crochet. Here's the second double crochet. This is the third double crochet, remember. The 2 chains don't count. Watch closely, those 2 chains don't count. So we have 1, 2, and 3 double crochet. After finishing these 3 double crochets, next we continue by only picking the innermost loop of the chain. See these 2 loops? We only pick the inner one. Don't crochet into the outer loop. Let me show you again. There are always 2 strands, right? So we skip the outer strand and only pick the inner one, still work 3 double crochets per stitch. 1, 2, 3. Keep picking the innermost loop. We have 10 stitches here in total. Work 3 stitches in each. That gives us 30 stitches in total. Continue and finish this round on your own. Just crochet 3 stitches into each base stitch. Remember? After you finish this, you'll see the outer loops are still left. We'll use them when we finish the last stitch. This is the 10th stitch. You can tell it's the last one, or you can count to verify. There should be 30 in total, right? 1, 2, 3. Good. After crocheting, it may not wave yet, but once you cinch it up, it will form a ruffle. So we must tighten this inner yarn tail. Pull it tight. This is the center. Since you've added so many stitches, 30 in total, find the first double crochet and connect to it. Ignore the chain stitches. You can place a marker there too. At the beginning, do a slip stitch to join. Good. Now, chain to fasten it. We're on round 2. Chain up to start. This is the first stitch. We'll come back to this chain up point later. This is the top of the double crochet, right? It still counts as a stitch. So we go back into this space again and make 1 single crochet. Earlier, you did a slip stitch there. Still insert the hook where we made the first stitch. You could place a stitch marker here and then let me show you how to place a marker. I'll grab one. Even for slip stitches. I'll demonstrate again. Watch closely. Each time you finish the first double crochet, place a stitch marker. So when you do a slip stitch, you'll do it right into the first double crochet. Join with a slip stitch there. After the slip stitch, chain to secure. Right in the same stitch where you did the slip stitch. Make a single crochet. The single crochet is done. This is stitch 1. So let's place a marker here. No need for a magic ring here. Then chain 1, chain 2, chain 3, see. 1 single crochet and 3 chains. Then move on to the second double crochet stitch and make another single crochet there. 1, 2, 3 chains. And continue into the third double crochet. Make a single crochet, then 3 chains again. In the fourth stitch, another single crochet, 3 chains. There are 30 stitches total, so just repeat this 30 times. Now look here, we are at the last double crochet. You can clearly see it's the last one. We'll make a single crochet here. And again, 3 chains. Once we finish this row here, we'll end with a single crochet and 3 chains, then slip stitch to the starting point. So with that, we've finished the first layer. See? It looks ruffled. We'll use the same method for the second layer. Now how do we make the second layer? At the end of the second layer, we chain for stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains total at the end. Then flip to the back side. We'll now work on the reverse side. You don't even need to count. The first one here is stitch 1. Then 2, 3, 4 you. Just count these horizontal bars, because this is where we made the joins earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4 C. Count the bars. There are 10 total. Once you've chained for after finishing, you fold the flower like this. Take a look. Directly skip to the first stitch of the second layer. Insert your hook. Insert through the back into the stitch from the join. Then slip stitch to join. Chain 4 again. That's all, then fasten off the yarn loop. Now I'll begin working the back side. Same as before, start with 2 chains. Then crochet 3 double crochets into each stitch. For the first double crochet, make a joining stitch. Then continue with the second double crochet. And the third double crochet, okay? That's 3 stitches in one space. Once you finish that, see, this is the next stitch space. Continue to the next one. You can press it down a bit so you can clearly see the 10 stitches go ahead. Now, continue. 2, 3. Then go to the next stitch space. Look here. 1, 2, 3. Continue to the next stitch space. I won't demonstrate all of it. It's exactly the same as the previous set. You just work into all 10 stitch space. Once you're done, this 10th one is for the second round. When you get to the last stitch space, you'll notice it's hard to work into. So here's my tip. Fold it down. Just fold all the petals down. Flatten all the layers of petals. Then it'll be super easy and smooth to crochet. 2, sometimes it catches other loops, but once you press them down, none of the stitches will get pulled by mistake. And third, now that's done. Once you're done, we made a joining stitch at the start, right? So now all 30 double crochets are done. Go to the beginning and slip stitch to join. After the slip stitch join, fasten it with a chain. Then it's just like the first layer. Start with a single crochet. Then add a stitch marker. Next, chain 3 stitches. If your hook is large, just go a bit slower. In the next stitch space, do a single crochet. Then chain 3. Now, just continue this pattern around the circle. We've reached the last one, chain 3. Then join with a slip stitch to where we started. Slip stitch to join at the beginning point. After joining, chain once to fasten it. Cut the yarn tail. After cutting it, use a darning needle. If that's not convenient, just use your crochet hook. Use it to tuck in the yarn on the back side. Just find a spot to hide. It doesn't matter where. Anywhere you like is fine. I didn't trim the yarn tail. If I cut too much, I might not have enough yarn for the flower. So no need to leave a long tail. Just follow the seams. Weave it through a few rounds on the inside. After weaving inside, you can trim it off. Do you remember the starting loop? See this starting ring right here? Now we can finally tighten it. Give it a good pull. Now our carnation shape comes together. That's why we tightened it at the very end. As for that starting loop, I had you leave it loose to make it easier too. So later, let me explain how to do it. Do you remember what I said earlier? Right? See? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a chain stitch in the middle. We'll insert the needle at the chain stitch. There, insert into the chain stitch. Just find any spot and stitch through it. Sew through a few times and it'll be fine. So both sides. That way it'll be more secure. Once that's sewn, we'll hide the yarn tail. Pull it snug. Hide it a few more times to make sure it's secure. Once it's hidden, find a spot, any spot, and tuck it into the center of the flower. Don't leave it outside. If you hide it in the flower center, it won't be visible. Then cut off the excess yarn. See, now the tail is completely hidden. That's it. Just make sure it's firmly secured. Finish it on your own. After finishing, iron the blanket a bit for a better effect.